Come in, citizen. Martin McFly, age 18, resident of Sector L, Father George, Mother Lorraine, president of the Junior Brown Brigade, recipient of a full-ride scholarship to Strickland College, winner of the Courthouse Challenge to Portman Award, 0 demerits until this morning. The obvious question, Mr. McFly, is... what happened to you?
Okay, er sieht deutlich anders aus als sonst. Er hat länger, also normalerweise hat er längere Haare, jetzt hat er oben auf dem Kopf gar keine Haare mehr. Ja, wir fangen erstmal damit an.
Jesus Christ, Doc, what happened to you?
Doc. Interesting. You regard me as a doctor, indicating awareness that you're suffering from some variety of mental disorder. That's a hopeful sign, Martin. Of course, I'm not actually a doctor, but I do have the tools to turn you around and put you back on the road to societal normalization. Shall we begin with a few questions to establish a baseline?
Whatever. Let's get through this nonsense so I can set you straight.
You'll set me straight? Explain.
This whole crazy world you've created, it's totally mental. There's all these stupid rules and everybody's acting all weird. My dad's turned into this creepy snoop. Mom's completely pathetic. And Jennifer's kind of scary. And Biff, it's like he's a zombie or something. And it's all basically your fault.
So you believe this interview is really more about me than you?
Yes.
You went to all this trouble just to deliver a message to me in person?
Yes.
A cry for help, as it were.
Yes! No, wait.
Tell me, Martin, is your mother on the sauce again?
Forget my mother. She's not the issue here.
Don't ever forget your mother, Martin. Your parents are your superiors, and respect for one's superiors is absolutely essential to the Hill Valley Order. I'm surprised your father hasn't set you straight on this point. He's shown himself to be a very obedient and cooperative citizen.
You mean a warped citizen? He's supposed to be a science fiction writer, not a peeping Tom. And you're supposed to invent a time machine.
Time machine?
Yeah, Doc, listen to me. You don't remember it, but you built a time machine out of a DeLorean.
Why?
Well, just for the hell of it, I guess. Plus, the steel frame of the DeLorean dispersal, I don't know. It was important for some reason.
Fascinating.
Yes, it is fascinating. It's amazing. It's incredible. But you don't know it because you've never invented it. You're not the real Doc Brown. You gotta believe me.
And this is because?
Everything got screwed up when I went back in time to 1931.
Sounds like this time machine is a very impractical and dangerous invention.
Yes, I mean, no. What I mean is it's messed up a lot of things, but first, it made a lot of things better. Like my mom and my dad. It was only thanks to your time machine that they ever became successful and happy.
So they're happy.
But they're not, because you summoned me back in time, and somehow your timeline got messed up, and everybody else is along with it.
I see.
No, you don't. Think back. Don't you remember me? We knew each other when you were 18. I'm Harry Callahan.
Incredible. This case is more serious than I'd imagined. The boy has fabricated an alternate reality.
Er müsste sich daran erinnern, Doc müsste sich daran erinnern, ihn schon mal getroffen zu haben. Auf dem Platz in Hill Valley vor dem Rathaus im Jahre 1931. Das muss er noch alles noch wissen.
No, this is the alternate reality. My reality is the real reality.
Calm down, Martin. I'm not blaming you for anything. The failure is ours, not yours. Obviously, there was a drastic flaw in your social conditioning.
God, you don't understand.
No, I don't understand yet, but I want to. I want to get at the root of your problem. Keep talking. Take your time. Look around the room. Perhaps something here will stimulate your memory.
Okay, gucken wir uns mal um. Fangen wir mit dem Symbol an.
I can't tell if it's a guy celebrating a touchdown or chained up in a gulag. Glass half full, Marty. Half full. Look, Doc, I mean, citizen.
No. Focus outward, not on me. Use the objects in the room as points of reflection. I wish to observe your thought processes.
Okay, take a look at this picture of Einstein here.
The dog. Harboring dangerous animals is a municipal offense.
Yeah, they told me. But you harbored this very same animal once, a long time ago. Remember the test run of your rocket car? Einstein landed on the roof of the courthouse.
I do recall something of the sort, but naturally it couldn't have been the same dog.
There wasn't anything natural about it. Einstein's a time traveler too, thanks to your invention.
An impressively detailed illusion. Keep talking.
Ah, Mann.
Wow, that is cool. The sound, it's kind of lulling. Right, wait, what was I doing? So that's what Judge Brown looked like. I never actually saw him.
Of course not. He died before you were born. He was my biggest supporter. After my wife, of course.
That's a switch. Last time I saw your younger self, you and your dad had just had a big falling out over your decision to become an inventor instead of a lawyer. Isn't that right?
Bizarre fantasy life. Go on. Proceed.
It's all the same stuff I saw on my dad's monitors. I think. The whole town is under surveillance. Something about that clock looks familiar. You still got the movie ticket?
Indeed I do. A memento of my first date with Edna. I took her to see The Virtuous Husband.
And you never saw Frankenstein. You were supposed to go see Frankenstein that night. It was gonna give you the inspiration you needed to pull off your big demonstration at the Hill Valley Expo.
Inspired by Frankenstein? How whimsical, not to mention historically inaccurate. My darling wife is all the scientific muse I've ever needed. From my successful demonstration at the 31 Expo all the way up to my cutting-edge Citizen Plus program.
Successful? It was supposed to be a failure.
Tja, das ist der Knackpunkt. Er hat sich Frankenstein nicht angeschaut. Oder einer der Knackpunkte. Wir wissen aus Episode 2, dass der Tag, an dem, oder die Tatsache, dass Dog 1931 im Kino in Hill Valley den Film Frankenstein gesehen hat, für ihn nochmal eine extra Motivation war, Wissenschaftler zu werden. Und diesen Film hat er sich nicht angeschaut. Er hat mit Edna offensichtlich er ist mit Edna ins Kino gegangen, was er normalerweise nicht getan hat. Durch die Vorkommnisse im Jahr 1931 hat er Edna näher kennengelernt. Die sind zusammen ins Kino gegangen, in einen anderen Film, nicht in Frankenstein, was dafür gesorgt hat, dass er nicht zusätzlich motiviert wurde, Wissenschaftler zu werden. Und offensichtlich war das seine erste romantische Verabredung mit Edna. Also, da haben sie sich näher kennengelernt, verliebten sich dort wahrscheinlich ineinander und heirateten später. Und das führte zu diesem veränderten 1986. Verdammt, da ist ja so ziemlich alles in die Hose gegangen. Okay, wir gucken uns nochmal weiter um. Aquarium?
Hey, this is your fish tank.
Yes, that is my fish tank.
It looks much better without all the bacteria.
What? Edna just had it cleaned.
Yeah, but in 1931 it was full of bacteria that we used to make rocket fuel. Remember?
Stop trying to confuse me! My whole life has been dedicated to the practical use of technology to shape a more efficient, orderly society. Ask anyone. It's a fact. You can look it up.
You know better, right? Emmett?
Wrong. Do you see this picture? I keep it close by me to remind me of the moment when my life's course became clear. August 25th, 1931. The day I single-handedly captured Kit Tannen. the scourge of Hill Valley.
Single-handedly?
And not incidentally the day I caught the eye of Edna Strickland, my scientific muse and the love of my life. Take a look. What you see there is a young man who understands his destiny.
That's not what I see.
What do you see?
Na? Okay, da hing er ein bisschen. Wir haben auf diesem Bild etwas gesehen, was wir Doc als Beweis zeigen können. Nämlich, wenn ihr genau hinguckt, hinter dem Pavillon sehen wir Doc und Marty. Ja, die brauchen wir jetzt nicht durchgehen hier.
Could that be? I think it is.
What?
It's me and you, the other you.
It is me. And you. But how? Harry? It's impossible.
No, it's science. Your science, Doc.
In this other world, the one you say you come from, am I happy there?
Very happy. You've got 2 great sons.
Sons?
Yes, and a fantastic wife.
Not Edna?
Not even remotely. And your invention. Jeez, Doc, you can go anywhere you want to. Anywhere in time. You're the luckiest guy in the universe.
And what about Hill Valley?
Hill Valley. You know it's got problems. A little bit of urban decay here, a little bit of crime there. It's a normal city. People are happy, mostly. And even when they're miserable, they're not miserable like they are in your Hill Valley.
Stop! There are no miserable people in my Hill Valley.
Give me a break. You don't really believe...
My citizens lead lives of order and peace. Nobody worries. Nobody complains.
Only because they're afraid to. Jeez, open your eyes, will you? You and Edna have got them all terrorized.
That's Mrs. Round to you, Sonny.
Doc.
Kindly address me as Your Honor. We worked for over 50 years, my wife and I. Every waking moment devoted to ridding Hill Valley of vice and disorder. And you dare to claim that our citizens are unhappy?
Yeah, I do. I've seen it. They're just too afraid to speak up.
Afraid? Afraid of what?
Afraid of the consequences of their actions, Doc. You run this place like it's a police state.
Nonsense.
I can prove it.
All right then, time travel boy. You do that. And until you do, I'm going to treat your wild story as just that. A story told by a madman. And I've determined that the best treatment is simply to let the insanity run its course.
So, is the interview over? Should I leave?
Please do. I'm very busy. I've got a city to run.
Fine, but I'll be back. With proof. Doc wants proof that Hill Valley isn't the perfect place he thinks it is. One smoking gun coming up. Dad!
Pop out the tape, son. I think it's done rewinding.
Whoa, take it easy. Sit here.
Guess I blacked out for a minute there. Fell out of my chair.
Fell nothing. Somebody whacked you.
Whacked me? Impossible. We take great pride in the fact that incidences of physical violence in Hill Valley have fallen to virtually...
Who did it? Can you tell me?
This can't be happening.
There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere.
So, ich setze mich nochmal anders hin. Also, es ist jetzt offensichtlich so. Doc konnten wir mit dem Bild überzeugen. Ja, man hat deutlich gesehen, er hat sich auf einmal dafür interessiert, er hat Marty geglaubt. Als wir dann aber ansprachen, dass in dieser Stadt nicht alle so glücklich sind, wie sie oder wie Doc das annimmt, da wurde Doc ein bisschen maulig und hat sich dann wieder ein bisschen zurückgezogen. Jetzt müssen wir ihn irgendwie überzeugen. Am Anfang sagte George uns ja, dass er Videobänder hat und Tonbandaufnahmen, die belegen, wie einige Bürger negativ über Doc und Edna und das ganze System in dieser Stadt sprechen. Und das interessiert uns jetzt natürlich. Nun ist George niedergeschlagen worden, offensichtlich. Und die Monitore sind zerstört. Wir gucken uns mal, also George will einen Beweis dafür haben, dass er niedergeschlagen wurde und das zeigen wir ihm
Dad,
jetzt.
that's not one of our bats, is it?
No. McFlys never use aluminum bats. Curious.
Oh, wait, don't touch it. It's evidence.
Of what? Oh, why would anyone do a thing like that to a nice Sector L citizen like me?
What's the last thing you remember?
I was sitting right here, copying another incriminating scene onto my tapes. My tapes? What happened to my tapes?
Stay calm, Dad.
Are they on the floor? Do you see them? They're in a box marked raw footage.
WOPR.
Da war ich schon.
Whopper. I wonder what that stands for.
Wir gucken mal nach der Videokassettenhülle.
Here it is. Raw footage.
Thank heavens.
Wait a minute.
You see, I told you were just jumping to conclusions. All these dark suspicions about thieves and attackers when all the time it was just...
Empty.
What?
There's no tapes.
But I'm sure they were in there before.
Before whoever it was whacked you in the head and took them.
Oh my gosh, I've been mugged. Mugged in Hill Valley. They can't get away with it. Oh!
Don't worry, Dad. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Who could have done this to me?
Ja, das ist die Frage. Wem wir das zutrauen würden, ist natürlich Biff, der Bösewicht von Hill Valley schlechthin, obwohl er ja nun jetzt einer Gehirnwäsche unterzogen wurde und ein Citizen Plus Bürger ist. Ja, deine Feinde, es wäre zu flach. Mom ganz, ganz bestimmt nicht. Edna. Wir wissen, dass Edna das Gespräch mit Doc belauscht hat, als Marty über das Beweismittel sprach, über die Beweismittel. Allerdings weiß Marty das nicht. Ich würde aber trotzdem mal Edna antippen.
Who wouldn't want Doc to get the straight dope on Hill Valley? Edna!
Are you saying I was mugged by the mayor's elderly wife?
Not exactly, no.
Oh, it's no use. The tapes are gone. All I can do is hope against hope they don't surface and land me in trouble.
Come on, Dad, we can't just give up. I mean, maybe there's some more clues around here.
What's the use? Even if we find out who took the tapes, we're not going to be able to get them back without attracting attention to ourselves.
There's gotta be something we could do to get our hands on those tapes.
Well, we can make new ones.
We can?
Sure. It may take a while, but if you're willing to help your old man out, it shouldn't take us more than, say, 6 months.
6 months? But I need those tapes now.
You need the tapes.
What I mean is... I gotta give it to Citizen Brown. I told him I was gonna furnish him with proof that Hill Valley isn't as happy as he thinks it is. When I was in his office, just before I came here.
You had an interview with Citizen Brown?
It wasn't easy to get, believe me. I had to break all kinds of rules.
You've been breaking rules?
Harboring stray dogs, kissing girls in public, getting caught with Mom's flask.
That is the most far-fetched story I've ever heard.
It's true.
You forget I'm your father. I know your history.
Yeah, well, history's changed.
Prove it.
Okay. Prove it. Wir gucken mal bei den Monitoren.
The monitor's dead. The monitor's dead.
Okay, Moment. Wie war das jetzt noch? Dann müssen wir...
The monitor's dead. The monitor's dead. The monitor's dead.
Okay, das funktioniert alles nicht.
It's not working.
Hä?
It's not working.
Okay, wie war das noch?
It's not working.
Okay, jetzt habe ich gerade Schwierigkeiten. Ich muss mir kurz überlegen, wie das noch ging.
annoy whoever's on the other end of that thing. I'm telling you the truth, Dad. I've been breaking rules all over town.
You'll have to convince me.
Der Controller ist langsam leer. Ach! Ja, ich muss ihn ja erstmal davon überzeugen, dass er Mist gebaut hat. So. Ja. Ich war schon einen Schritt weiter, da habe ich jetzt gar nicht mehr dran gedacht.
Read him and weep.
Demerits, but
It was the only way.
I don't understand.
Dad, listen to me. I mean, really listen. You and I both know that things aren't right here. Citizen Brown might have started with good intentions, but his Hill Valleys just made everybody miserable.
Shh! You said that to him?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, there go our privileges.
No, wait, I got him to listen, Dad, and he's gonna make things right for you and Mom and all of us. I can't explain how. You're just gonna have to trust me on this.
Okay.
But first I have to show him your tapes to prove my point.
Oh, no. No.
Dad.
This scheme of yours, maybe you know what you're doing, I can't say. But leave me out of
Dad.
it. I don't like trouble. I can't handle it. It's not in my genes.
But
Arthur, sein Vater?
do it for your father.
My father?
Yeah, Arthur McFly.
I know his name.
Didn't he have something to do with putting away Kid Tannen, you know, way back when?
Yes. Yes, he did. Where'd you hear about that? It was way back before Citizen Brown cleaned up the town, before I was even born. Everyone lived in terror of Kid Tannen and his goons. But Dad stood up to him. He had evidence of Kid's guilt, see, and he risked his life to deliver it to the authorities. Never be afraid to do the right thing. That's what he always used to tell me.
And what are you doing?
Trying to remember which is the right feed.
Feed to what?
To the surveillance camera, the one in the yard.
Wait a minute. You have a surveillance camera trained on yourself?
Of course, gotta cover all bases. Now help me figure out which monitor I'm on.
Ja. So, wir haben den Kampfgeist in George geweckt.
It says to keep this printout for my records.
Mit der flammenden Rede, oder nein, mit dem Hinweis auf seinen Vater Arthur McFly und dass er ja dazu beigetragen hat, den Gangsterboss Kid Tannen hinter Schloss und Riegel zu bringen. Okay, dann müssen wir hier noch ein bisschen rumschalten. Wir brauchen jetzt das Kamerabild von der Garage. Da haben wir es. Und jetzt starten wir, glaube ich, den Videorekorder. So war das, glaube ich.
There, that looks like us. So the surveillance tape must be on this VCR. This must be before the attack. Let's see. I remember cleaning the playback heads at 5:30. The attack couldn't have been very long after.
Oh, it's Biff!
But it can't be him.
Biff.
The Citizens Plus program has rendered him as gentle as a kitten.
Huh?
I can't understand it. That's not the way he's supposed to behave. Why, even the old Biff would never...
Wait, what's that weird flashing on his wrist?
Let's find out. I knew this zoom and enhance feature would come in handy someday. Cost me a bundle at the hobby shop.
It's his digital watch. I wonder why it's doing that. Hey, wait, stop the picture. Can you zoom in anymore? X11.
You know what that means?
Not yet.
Lorraine!
Don't lay into me, George. I've got something very important to say, and then I'm going to be leaving again.
I've got something important to say, too. I was attacked
It's
and
always
robbed.
about you, isn't it? You can't just wait and listen to my news. Oh, no. You have to go and beat me to the punch.
That's right. You two sort things out. I've got some business to attend to.
Sie streiten sich wieder. So, Biff hat George angegriffen. Und die technischen Geräte demoliert. Irgendwas muss mit seiner Uhr... Seine Uhr muss irgendwas damit zu tun haben. X11 stand auf der Uhr. Das werden wir jetzt mal untersuchen. Wir gehen dem mal auf die... Wir gehen dem mal näher auf die Spur.
Whoa, settle down there, fella.
You beat up my dad.
Do we have a problem here, citizens?
Oh, no, officer. Just a little misunderstanding. I'm sure we can work it out. Right, Martin?
Sure.
Okay. Let me know if you need any help, Mr. Tannen.
Now, let's see if we can get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, let's.
So.
What'd you do with my dad's secret videotape?
Secret videotape?
You know, the one that shows how people are fed up with all these screwy rules and laws.
You lost me, Martin, but that tape sounds dangerous. It should probably be dumped in the recycling bin.
Okay. Also das hört sich schon mal danach an, als wäre dieses Band, was wir Doc zeigen wollen, in der Recycling-Tonne.
Why'd you hurt my dad, Biff? He never did anything to you in this timeline.
Timeline? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. I saw you on camera.
But I can't hurt anybody. Thanks to Citizen Plus, I blow chunks whenever I even think about doing bad stuff. Oh. See?
Ja, ich glaube, Biff, es wird irgendwas, also Biff ist nicht mehr imstande, sowas zu machen. So, es muss irgendwas mit der Uhr auf sich haben.
If you didn't beat up my dad, then where have you been for the last couple of hours?
Well, I was...
What?
That's strange. I don't remember.
What's the last thing you remember before your memory loss?
Well, I was handing out flyers for the Citizen Plus program, just like I'd been doing all day. I just finished feeding some leftover bologna to a cute little squirrel when Miss Edna came by.
Edna?
Yeah, she wanted to run a diagnostic on my Citizen Plus watch. I must have fallen asleep or something, because when she was done, it was an hour later. And then your mom came by.
So the last thing you remember before my dad got beat up is Edna fiddling with your watch?
Yeah, that does sound pretty bad, doesn't it?
Biff, your watch. Does X11 mean anything to you?
X11? Is that a new band or something? Yeah, I don't go in for that new hippity-hoppity stuff.
It's not a band, Biff. It's a mode on your Citizen Plus watch.
Weird. I've never seen it look like that. Heck, I can barely get this thing to stop blinking, see?
Okay, Edna hat an der Uhr rumgefummelt und hat offensichtlich da etwas eingestellt. Das werden wir jetzt ebenfalls tun. Nee, falsch.
My wrist is getting a little sore.
Wir stellen das jetzt auch ein, X11, und gucken, was passiert. Hä? Mist.
I've got a few more questions, Biff.
All right, Martin.
Biff, your watch. Biff? Okay, that's weird. Where's my dad's tape?
Okay.
The recycling bin? What's wrong with you? Did you attack my dad? Now we're getting somewhere. Why'd you attack my dad? You must have been hypnotized. Who put you up to this? Guess that'll have to wait until after I get the tape.
Okay, gut, wir wissen jetzt, dass Edna an der Uhr rumgefummelt hat, offensichtlich Modus X11 angestellt hat und dann wurde er, wie auch jetzt, zu einem
Hang tight, Biff.
empfangenden Zombie. Und ich habe jetzt das Falsche gedrückt. Wir müssen ja an das Band kommen.
Biff. Could you do me a favor and go get my dad's tape?
Okay, er sagte schon, das ist in der Recycling-Tonne.
Hey, Mr. Tannen. What's up? Is that McFly kid bothering you? Hey, you can't go in there. Hey!
Zur Seite.
Whoa. Holy smokes. What happened to him?
I don't know. No one's ever jumped into the recycling bin before.
Well, where does it go?
That information is above my pay grade. Oh, jeez. I'm in a lot of trouble now. Don't move a muscle, McFly. I gotta go tell Citizen Brown about this.
Okay, Doc, Biff ist reingesprungen.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Well, here goes nothing.
Und wir springen hinterher.